We interrupt what you're watching for breaking news from ABC 26 News.
Well, move over who dat. The who dit era is ready to begin. Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Peterson, ABC 26 Sports with breaking news. All the rumors are ready to become reality. In just a few moments, Tom Benson will name 57-year-old Mike Ditka as the 11th head coach in Saints history. He's fiery, emotional, controversial, and now the leader of the New Orleans Saints. Our Ed Daniels is at Saints camp for today's major announcement. And Ed, this is getting crazier by the moment. Apparently Walter Payton and Jim McMahon are joining Ditka at the press conference, maybe a couple of new assistant coaches.
I tell you what, Jeff, there's a lot of people here, I can tell you that. This room is packed with media and staff, and who knows who's here today. There's been a lot of sightings and a lot of rumors the last few days. Let's go to Saints owner Tom Benson, live at the podium.
Chief Operating Officer, President, and General Manager. Just like Jim Finks was during the period of time that he was here. This is a new beginning for Bill and for our club. Bill has complete authority. The head coach will report to him. We had many good candidates for this position, but it did not take long for me to decide that Bill was the man for the job. Once I made up my mind, we began to negotiate the terms of his appointment. But we began weeks ago to work together to find the right person for the head coaching job position. Bill has been working on his own list of coaching and the criteria that he saw that we needed for the New Orleans Saints head coach. I want to thank Bill for handling this search for a head coach while the terms of his own situation was still being determined. He was operating in good faith with regard to his own situation, and Bill, I really appreciate that confidence. My job now is to support him and our coach in their efforts to put a winning team on the field. Bill's appointment as head of our club is a result of research for the best man for the best job in New Orleans, Louisiana, and the New Orleans Saints. Bill's credentials have been measured against all available candidates. More than ever, I'm convinced that he is the man for this job and deserves the opportunity to operate our club with total authority. It is very important that the person getting this authority, this position, is someone I'm comfortable with, someone that I can communicate with and that can communicate with me. I have a good relationship with him, and I know it'll continue that way. If you look at Bill's resume, it's impressive. He's worked every job on the football side of the business. His credentials clearly stand out. He is credibility and respect. Other owners and other NFL executives know his ability and respect him. Bill understands the mission here. He knows what needs to be done and has a plan. Bill knows talent, our talent and the talent around the league. He also knows the structure and organization of the teams we're competing against. He has a vested interest in what happens here. He's put a lot of himself into this franchise, and he's very dedicated. Bill has a heritage in football. He was raised in a football family. He understands building a team, coaching a team, playing a game, and successful business operations. And he knows how all these aspects blend together to make a successful club. Finally, I have a word for the media and the fans. I felt from the beginning, as I stated, that we would have a better result if we conducted this process away from the public view. I know that we have not been very forthcoming with information as it went along. I felt, though, that it was a lot better that we didn't discuss this thing openly if we were going to have the best results. And I think that we have obtained the best results. We didn't want to tip our hand to our competitors. You know, everybody shooting off the wall. Everybody thought New Orleans Saints was laying behind the log. You know, all the time we were doing all the best things and getting the best people to give us the best results. And that's for a winning football team. I appreciate everybody's patience during this time, and I can realize that sometimes we all get a little impatient. With that, I'd like to introduce our new president, general manager, Bill Kaharick. Bill?
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I spoke to Carl Peterson a little while ago and wanted to know if this thing all got ironed out, and I said, yeah, and I said, you know what? I got as many titles as you do now, Carl. You taught me well. There's many different ways to be successful in the NFL, and my blueprint for success centers on placing the right people in the right position and giving them the tools and the opportunity to win. And first and foremost is the players, coaches, administrators, and staff. I was able to get Tom's full support in this, and we, and I want to emphasize we, this organization together, all the people in the organization, we're going to make it work. We're all going to operate on the same page, and there's only going to be one page. Obviously, the first order of business to get everybody on the same page and get everybody in the organization going in the right direction was to hire the right person as head coach. And that was the first order of business of our club. As Tom had mentioned, through this process, and I had said publicly at the Senior Bowl that I was working my list, talking to people, talking about people, and many of you in this room know my past background and know that I have a close to the best intrigue operation. But I had criteria set up in the search for a head coach. I had 15 criteria. And I measured everyone against each specific criteria. And the important things that evolved with Mike Ditka is, one, he was a proven head coach in the league. His football knowledge it's not, you can't even put anybody else in the same class with his football knowledge as a player, assistant coach, coach. He certainly knows how to develop talent and get the most out of the players. He's a leader. He was a leader as a player, and he's been a leader as a head coach. He commands respect. He commands respect not only from his coaching staff, his players, but people in the organization. And he's a motivator. He knows how to tweak people, whether it's players, coaches, people in the organization, to get everybody enthusiastic and going in the right direction. Those were just some of the criteria. There's one, to me, that made the most significant and made my decision very easy. He's a winner. And that's the bottom line. That's what we're in this business for, is to win. Everything else is secondary. Now, before I bring Mike out, I talked to Dan Simmons, our equipment manager, today, and I said, Dan, I'm going to requisition some orders for some sunglasses and a headband, because I'm sure some of our players are going to need them when they come here. Without that, I'd like to introduce the new head football coach of the New Orleans Saints, Mike Ditka.
I thought this would be real easy, but it's not. I want to thank Mr. Benson, first of all, for the opportunity. Life to me is about challenges and climbing mountains, and that's what I intend to do, try to climb another mountain. I'm looking forward to working with Bill. I respect Bill and I admire him. I know he'll do a great job, and I will do a great job. I look forward to working with Chet Franklin, the rest of the people in the management of this organization. I received a call today from a good friend and in my opinion, a great man, and that was Jim Moore. And I really appreciate what he had to say. And I appreciate what his contributions to the National Football League have been. And I hope to have the type of success that he had in this town. There's a misconception maybe to some people about who I am, but there's never been a misconception in my mind about who I am, and I know who I am. And not that that's good or bad, but that's me, and I can't change that very much. I just want to tell you the one thing I want to say, that our goal, the Saints organization, will be the best we can be to maximize our total potential in every area, by every player, by every person in this organization, by every coach, by every person in management. That we will do the best we can to put the best product on the field that we can, that the people in this community and the people around the National Football League will be proud of. That's my goal. I want to create a sense of pride, a greater sense of pride in what this organization is all about. And some people say why, and I say why not? Why not us? Why can't we be the guys who do it? And that's up to us as coaches and players to make that happen. It's not going to come easy, but nothing good in life ever does come easy. So it's going to be fun doing that. I want to make it fun for everybody. I want to make it fun especially for the people who work for this organization. I want them to enjoy and reap the spoils of victory, I guess is what I have to say. And I want the fans to enjoy it tremendously. I want to do the right things that the fans will enjoy it. And I want you people in the media to understand, and hopefully you understand, that we are trying to do the right things, put the right people in the right positions to win the most football games we can win. And our goal is to win. It's not to win later, it's to win now. But I don't believe in living in the past. I think the past is for cowards. You live in the past, you die in the past. The past has nothing to do with what this organization is doing from this day forward. So the record's been written. We're going to try to, we can't erase. We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to try to do the very best we can right now and to prepare for the future. I'm going to leave you with one quote. I'm a big guy about quotes because I believe in them. Pretty good coach one time, Vince Lombardi, made this statement. He said, the difference between success and failure in people is not a lack of strength and not a lack of knowledge, but basically it's a lack of will. There will be no lack of will in this organization. And anybody who has a lack of will not be here. It's that simple. People say, can you do things the way you did them before? I don't know, but I'm sure as hell going to try. I'm going to try from the bottom of my heart, because it's the only way I know how to do them. And what your mind can conceive, your heart would believe, you can achieve. I know that's corny, but hey, what else is there in life? If you're not idealistic, what the hell else is there? And I'm an idealistic guy. I believe you can do the things if you work hard enough at them. I hope to assemble the best staff I can, a staff that can work together for the common good of this organization, and we hope to assemble the best football players we can. There's going to be changes made. I think anybody who doesn't understand that would be a fool. We're going to make some changes, but the people who stay, I think we're going to enjoy it. Those who don't, I can't really say. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have. Well, most of it is done. It'd be foolish to name it all right now because I don't have everybody hired. I really don't. Well, I have hired a few people that work with me in Chicago, yes. I've hired Danny Abramowitz. I think that's well known. And I hired a guy who was a defensive secondary coach for me in Chicago named Xavier Girelli. But that'll all be that'll all be documented in the next couple of days, gang. I mean, really. Danny will be my offensive coordinator, and Zabin will be my defensive coordinator. Rick Ventori will stay on staff. He'll be the assistant to the head coach and handle the linebackers. Bobby April will also stay on staff, and he will handle the special teams, because I don't believe that there is a better special teams coach in the country than Bobby. So.
Mike, what specifically brought you back to the game?
Well, I tell you, if you say it's, I think it's a challenge, but I think this man brought me back right here when I talked to him, these two men. When I talked to them, and I felt that they felt that I could make a difference, that I could help put this thing back on the track, and that's all we're going to try to do. It's, you know, I don't believe in miracles, but I don't think it's going to take a miracle. I just think it takes hard work, effort, discipline. I think we have to bring out the best in the people. I think we have to ask people to perform in a manner that shows you that we're a team of high character. I know the game has changed, and I know it's part of entertainment to do some of the things, and I think that's all good. It's for the fun of the game. But to me, football is a very serious business.
Saints linebackers coach Zabin Urelian, who worked with Ditka in Chicago, will be the defensive coordinator. Of course, Bill Kuharich will stay as chief executive, president, and general manager of the Saints. And Mike Ditka will report to Bill. Of course, this will be an extremely interesting scenario as it unfolds over the next few months.
All right, so there you have it. A new era has begun in New Orleans, the Who Dit era. It is official. Mike Ditka is the new head coach of the Saints. In a newspaper article earlier this week, Ditka said he would love to have a chance to play the Bears. Well, guess who's on the Saints' schedule next season? That's right, the Saints will play the Bears at Soldier Field in the fall. Of course, we'll have much more on the hiring of Ditka tonight on ABC 26 News at 5 and 10. And this programming note, coming up on Sunday at 6:30, we will bring you a special half-hour show called Can Ditka Do It? I hope so. That's 6:30 right here on ABC 26. Then right after that, kick back and enjoy the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl from Hawaii. For Ed Daniels and the rest of us here at ABC 26 News, this has been Breaking News. See you at 5, and hopefully the Saints will be marching again soon.
This has been Breaking News from ABC 26 News. Now return to regular programming.